Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, let's talk a little bit about travel. I just wanted to quickly share with you guys a couple tips on how I use points to pay for most of my flight tickets. I love to travel and I love to travel in style. I love to stay at nice hotels, but those are not cheap. So what I do is I would try to earn points and then redeem those points for my flights or my hotel. I just thought that it would be helpful to share with you guys some of the tips and what I do so that I can travel for free. For example, my last trip, I went to Asia. I flew from LA to Manila, Philippines. So my itinerary was I'm gonna fly into the Philippines and then I'm gonna travel all over Philippines and then go to Thailand, Cambodia, and then I will end up in Vietnam. So I flew from LA to Manila and then Vietnam, so Saigon back to LA. So that was my main flight. So you consider that as a multi-destination flight. So when you book your ticket, you either have a one-way flight, you have a round trip, or you have multi-destination. So the difference between a round trip and a multi-destination is that the round trip, you come in and out from the same airport. So let's say if I fly into Manila, from LA to Manila and then Manila back to LA, that would be a round trip. Let's say if I were to book two separate one-way ticket, one from LA to Manila and then one from Saigon to LA, it would have been more expensive than if I were to just book one ticket that has multiple destinations. If you are gonna go in and out of different city, you want to do the multiple destination because it would be cheaper. Usually when I book for a flight, I always go on Google Flight and search my flight first because Google would typically gather all of the information from all of the airlines and then they would give you all of the prices. However, I don't book it through Google. I'm gonna try to put a print screen up here for you guys to see how I do it. What I do is I go onto Google Flight and then I would search for my flight and see what comes up. Then from what the options they're showing me, I will look for the best maybe 3 choices that fit my schedule, that fits my budget, and I will look at who the airlines are. So for example, my flight, there is a flight with ANA Airlines. So ANA is All Nippon Airlines. That gives me the best schedule. I would try to accumulate points in all possible way. Today's video, I am not gonna go too deep into how to get points because I think that would be another topic. But today I just simply wanna show you guys some of the ways that you can use points to redeem for free flights. So there are many credit cards that you can get points from. So for example, I have my Chase Ultimate Reward points, or I have my American Express Platinum points. I want to go ahead and book with All Nippon Airlines. So what I did is I go into All Nippon Airlines, and of course, you want to sign up under their rewards program just so you have an account. And then I would search for that same flight under, they either call it award ticket or redeem points or something like that. So you want to pretty much let them know that you want to search for these tickets using points. It will pull up all of the options for you, and then the way that All Nippon does it is that you can also look for multiple classes where it does mixed classes. So you see they have economy, they have premium economy and business class. And then you can look at all of the schedule and see which one fits your schedule the best and for what class you want. I don't have any points with ANA, but I will go in there and I will search for the flight first and see how many points will it require for me to reserve for this particular ticket. I search it and then towards the end, it will tell me, okay, for economy, for example, it would require 60,000 points. For premium economy, it would cost me 80,000 points. For business class, it would cost me that much. But the thing is, I have to see if the award tickets are available to be booked. even though they have a lot of seats available, not all of them can be booked using points because they want to save a lot of those seats for customers that are paying. They're not going to release every single availability for you to use points to book with, if that makes sense. Just for this example, what I did is I went through this, whole step, and then I found on the date that I travel that there are tickets available for premium economy that cost me 80,000 points plus taxes. Even if you use points, you have to pay for the taxes with your own money. So $400 and 80,000 points got me premium economy going from LA, Manila, and Saigon, LA. Whereas if I were to book that myself and pay with it by cash or credit card, it would have cost me about $2,300. Now let me convert the point so you can see the difference. 85,000 points, if you convert it into cash, it's worth about $850. So $850 plus $400 I pay in taxes, that's about $1,200. $1,200 if I were to pay with my own money, I couldn't possibly get a premium economy multi-destination because it would have cost $2,300. If I were to just go on American Express and then book my flight, use my point and redeem it directly on the portal or with Chase Ultimate Rewards, I wouldn't be able to get the ticket that I got for the amount of points that I got because they do it 1-to-1. Even if you get the Chase Sapphire Reserve, somehow the flight prices are always higher than what you see on Google. It's a little tricky on the Chase portal. If I were to book like a small flight that costs like $50, $100, then yeah, I'll just go onto the portal and book it directly because I don't want to have to deal with the hassle transferring points and stuff like that. But for the big flight, I typically don't book it directly through the portal because the point redemption is not that great. It's easier because you don't have to do a lot of work. You just go onto the Chase portal or you go into American Express portal and you just look for the flight and then you redeem the point that you have for whatever flight you pick. However, when you do that, it's actually a disadvantage because you're not maximizing your points. The better way to do it is that you find a flight that you want, then you go directly to that airline. A lot of times these airlines will give you a better point redemption versus going through American Express and Chase. I know it's a lot of work and it takes a little bit of research to do, play around with, to get comfortable with it. I am still learning too, but I'm telling you guys what I learned already so you don't have to go try to figure it out. Pretty much I got my premium economy ticket back and forth for $400, which you can't beat because it would have cost me $2,300 if I were to book with cash, or it would have cost me 230,000 points if I go straight to the portal with American Express or Chase Ultimate Rewards. So I went to ANA, I confirmed the price, then I went ahead and I went into my American Express portal and then I transferred the amount of points that I need over to my ANA account. It's really simple. In your reward points, there's an option for you to transfer, and then you can click who do you want to transfer it to. In my case, I want to transfer it to ANA, so I select ANA, and then it pops up the login for me to log in directly from American Express to log in with ANA, so that to confirm it's the right account, and then I initiate a request to transfer. They said it take a couple days, but in my case, I think it took like a day for the points to appear on my ANA account. And once the point appeared on my ANA account, then I just went back onto ANA and then I look up that ticket again and then I use that point, redeem for the flight that I want. So pretty much I got my flight for free. I paid $400 in taxes, but everything else was free. Then comes to the flight in between. So when I was in the Philippines, I went to a couple of different islands. So in between all the islands, I have to fly, and then Philippines to Bangkok, I have to fly. Pretty much we have to fly everywhere. We flew so much. Every couple of days, we're flying somewhere. So all of those flights, I technically get them for free too. And how I got those flights for free, it's really simple actually. Like the big flight to get for free, it takes a little bit of work, but for the smaller flight, if you have the right credit card, it's actually really easy. I use my Capital One Venture credit card. Wherever you want to book it with, Expedia, Booking.com, any airline, whether you book directly or not, wherever it is you're booking from, it doesn't matter. You just find whatever you want to book and you pay with that credit card. Capital One has this feature that I haven't seen many credit card has. It has this feature that you can use your point to cover travel purchases. Again, I'll put the screen up here so you can see how it works too. But it's really simple, just a couple clicks. So let's say I book a hotel that costs $200, then I book a flight that costs $50, I book another flight that costs $20. I'm just giving out example. I book another hotel for $100, etc. I just use my Capital One Venture to pay for all of those little charges. Once the charge it posts onto my account, what I can do is I can go into my reward points, and then you can use the point and apply towards those charges. So technically they are free. So let's say I would make a charge of $100, $200. $200 charge, that's 20,000 points. $100 charge, that's 10,000 points. So I would just use whatever points I have and pay towards my travel that already posted on my account. What Capital One does is that once you use the points to apply towards the charges, after a couple of days, they will just give you the credit. Let's say I use 10,000 points to pay for $100 charge on my credit card, then Capital One would just credit me $100. Typically for a small flights in between, flights when I'm out of country, small like hotel charges, I would use Capital One to pay for it, and then I would just get it reimbursed. When I look back, pretty much all of my flights were free. So that's what I do. I use points and I would move them around if I have to. I transfer them if I need to. The small flight, then I would just pay directly and then get it reimbursed from my Capital One. So, you know, the Capital One Venture is a great credit card for that. And my American Express Platinum has great transferring ratio, 1-to-1. Some of the not so good credit card, when you transfer to like partner airline, you don't get 1-to-1 versus American Express points is 1-to-1. You have to read your credit card and the points and see how much they are worth if you transfer them or if you keep them. Which one is better? You would have to look into that and see what benefits you more. But it is a lot of work, a lot of study that is involved, but it's really worth it at the end, because if you plan a trip and everything is paid for, then at least, you know, you can save that money and you can take more trips. I always take advantage of the point system just so that I can travel for as cheap as possible. And then I also use another credit card to get free hotel room, like nice hotel room. I use my American Express Marriott Bonvoy. That's just a credit card that I use very often. I've had it since 2010. I use that credit card solely for my daily purchases, and I accumulate enough points to where once a year, twice a year, I can travel somewhere and I can get a couple of nights of hotel for free, and they're usually luxury hotel. That's probably the only time where I feel very comfortable to stay in a 5-star hotel, because I can get them for free. But if I have to pay an arm and a leg for a hotel room, I won't do it. I will spend enough money to get a really nice room, decent room if it's affordable, but I'm not gonna pay $400 or $500 a night for a hotel room. This is just me though, you know, everyone is different because everyone level of enjoyment is different. For me, I can't be splurging on hotel like that if I'm traveling as much as I travel. So there are some give and take. I would stay at 4 or 5-star hotel if I'm in a place where they're affordable. Let's say if I'm in New York or if I'm in Paris, I'm not gonna book a 5-star hotel that costs me $1,000 a night. It just doesn't make any sense because I am not gonna be in the room 24/7. I am just there to be comfortable and sleep. Most of my days I'm out and about anyway. So we booked some really nice hotel, we booked resort and everything, but they were very affordable. and we were sharing the cost. We were there for a brief at night to sleep, to rest, but all day, 10 hours a day, we're out and about. So we don't really get to be in the room that much anyway for us to kind of splurge on hotel rooms. Sorry for rambling on, but yeah, that's just my 2 cents on hotel and all that. The more I learn about how to take advantage of the point system, the more I don't want to pay for expensive flight. I don't want to pay for expensive hotel. So that's my mentality. It's that I gotta save somewhere because I travel a lot, so it's not possible for me to splurge on everything. And why pay more when I can get it for free? So I just want to pass that on to you guys. I hope it makes sense. If you have any questions, just put it in the comment, send me an email. Pretty much just try to compare your prices with all the different airlines. And then there's a thing on Google that you can set a reminder for Google to alert you when the price drops. So that little option is very helpful. So do check that out, where you go on Google flight and then you put in your flight. It has a little price tracker where you can track your price, and then Google will let you know, hey, this flight, the price has gone up or gone down or whatever it may be. That at least you get alert right away when you know it's close to the price that you feel comfortable booking, or when you know the price is dropped, you can book right away. Or if the price are going up, at least you can wait a little bit longer, etc. But there are a lot of tips and tricks that to kind of help us to not have to pay an arm and a leg for a trip, so that way we can travel more often, because that is my end goal, is to travel as much as I could and as more budget friendly as I could. I'm not gonna have like a tight budget or anything, but at least if I can budget in a way where I feel comfortable, at least then I can travel more often. Another tip that I can give you when it comes to flight is that if a flight has a layover, in my case, my flight had a layover in Tokyo. Japan was not part of my itinerary that I had initially, but when I decided to go with All Nippon Airlines, I decided to make a stop in Japan because I'm already there, so might as well. So my flight had a layover in Tokyo on the way to Asia and on the way back home. So on the way to Manila, we just did a regular layover. But on the way back from Saigon back to LAX, I picked a very long layover because I'm planning to do a stopover anyway. Let's say if I want to stop by Tokyo, I would have to buy 2 separate tickets. Another ticket, right? Like from Saigon to Tokyo, and then buy a separate ticket from Tokyo to LA. But I don't have to do that because my flight already lay over in Tokyo. So what I did is I just extend my layover into a stopover. You can extend it for free. So the airlines typically don't charge you for an extension of your layover. You can extend it for a couple nights if you want to. Like in my case, I could have extended 4 or 5 nights if I want to, but I decided to just extend it for like 2 nights. So instead of like a 10 hours layover, I have a 2 days stopover. So it's like a 2 separate ticket for the price of 1. And that's how you can go to multiple destinations and save a lot of money because you're doing the stopover because the ticket is already included. So I did that, and I had a stopover in Tokyo. We booked hotel, we went and explored the city, and then we went home from there. And that was all included in my 1 price ticket. So that was amazing because I saved money. If I go from Vietnam to Tokyo, that probably cost me like $300-400 or maybe $200-300 at least for the flight. By doing what I did and did a stopover, it saved me that money. But yeah, other than that, you know, check your points. I always take advantage of all the points. If you want to know more about how to get all these points, let me know in the comment, and then I can always do another video in the future to talk about that. But in this video, I just want to share that with you guys, how you can use points and transfer them. To me, it's always better to transfer them if you can. You have a better redemption versus you would have booked directly. But if you don't have any other option, then yeah, you can book it through the portal because it is easier. I will try to fly business class if I can get them for free by using points. By doing the same thing I do. When I book my ticket, ANA has already like sold out of the award ticket. for business class, so nothing was available. But if it was available, I would have booked business class. My end goal is just to use points to pay for all of my travel expenses. The next portion, I will show you guys the whole ANA Premium Economy experience, and I also will give you guys a little review as well. These are our seats. The ANA Premium Economy is arranged in 2-3-2 configuration. So 2 seats on the window side of each aisle and 3 seats in the middle. The seats are measured 19.3 inches wide with 38-inch seat pitch. So you do get 4 to 8 inches more legroom than regular economy. It comes with a pillow and a blanket.
Then you got your seat thing here.
Yeah.
It adjusts to what you like.
Yep. It does.
For the shorties,
For the shorties, good. But it has enough leg room.
can you see me?
Right, on this side, we have the armrest. Oh yeah, the table's in here for food. Has the cup holder, the remote control. I think it's just a little, it has a big screen TV here with some slipper, headphone, and my trash. Don't mind that. For dinner, I ordered the fish, and I think the food in the premium economy is pretty basic. It's probably the same as in regular economy, with the exception that if you want additional snacks or if you want additional drinks, alcohol drinks, you can get that. We did not order any alcoholic beverages. The seat is pretty comfortable and it offers enough legroom for me. The lounge was actually pretty good. It has a lot of selection of beverages, coffee, a lot of food, a lot of good selection. It even has made-to-order ramen and udon. And that is it for today's video. I really hope that you enjoy it and I hope you find it helpful. I think these are great for when you want to plan your next trip. At least you can save a little bit of money. Again, if you are new here, be sure to subscribe to my channel and then click on the notification so that you get notified the next time I upload a new video. Thanks for watching and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye now.